Hello and welcome to the second video in my Rebuilding Newcrest series here on the channel. Today we are looking at this bar that I've built using a lot of the stuff from the new expansion pack Horse Ranch. So here I had the idea of making it look like a saloon on the inside and on the outside looking like a building that would fit into Newcrest. So here I'm trying the idea of having it raised up with columns on the outside, and it's where I'm thinking I can't think of what columns to put on the outside. So I'm just going through it now, and then I'm trying to think of a foundation. And there isn't really a foundation that works for what I wanted it to look like. So you can see me trying them all out here. And I was considering using this one, the plain white one. In the end, I decided to scrap this idea, and we do it off the ground. So as you can see here, I'm really considering using the black one. I was not considering the stilts, but I was considering using the black one that I used before. So then I decided I'll just move it straight back down to ground level. And then I think, yeah, here's where I put the columns on the outside of the building. So I wanted to have columns going around the outside where the sort of porch area is, with the idea of having having outdoor seating. But I couldn't evenly space them without making the build any larger. I didn't want to make it larger than it already was. So in the end, I scrapped that idea. Removed the porch area completely, and then I delete the entire building, I think, and rebuild from scratch. Yep. So here's where I decide that I want a diagonal entrance, and then a square rest of the building. So there is where I'm deciding whether I want it on a platform or not, and I decided not to. And right now is where I decided that I wanted some sort of walkway. So I was considering the bricks from the greenhouse kit. I decided against that. So yes, I'm just using the quarter tile flooring, which can be used using Control F. Then I realised it wasn't symmetrical, so I moved the building closer this way and deleted some of the outside bits, and then continued working inwards. So then, I can't think of what I did then. What did I do then? So that's when I realised that the walls were really tall, so I brought them down to mid-height, and then I wanted the eco-lifestyle. I decided to use the eco-lifestyle door as the entrance. So here I'm just trying the different doors out for the entrance. And in the end, I went with the eco-lifestyle double doors that go on medium height walls. Oh no, the small ones. They're normally 2 tiles, but as you can see, it does not look like that when you put it on a diagonal. It's about 3 wide. So yeah, this is where I'm deciding what I want on the outside. So in the end, I went with one of the city living bricks on the outside. And then on the roof, I decided to keep it flat. So yeah, no, I'm just going through all the different bricks and stuff, deciding what I want on the outside. And in the end, I go with the city living bricks, which I've just placed down there. So now I'm just sort of building a roof there. So I've got half walls going around the outside, and then I've got some solar panels on the roof, which are in green. I wanted quite a few, so what I did is, to try and make it a green lot, I decided to use these and then place a bigger one on top of it. And then I placed the air vents from Get Famous on the roof to show, just to add a little bit of interest onto the roof and to show something in the from the world look, because otherwise it's going to look quite plain. So yeah, that's just me placing all these. Unfortunately, you can't place more than one at a time, which is really irritating. So I'm just placing these one by one. And then here I'm placing the big bits and then just finishing off the top bit. So that there is the air system. Then I was considering putting some other roof details, just going through them all here. I, in the end, opted against it and then moved down into the main area where I wanted. Oh no, I was considering adding a skylight in, but then I realised that the skylight doesn't actually work. The glass dance floor doesn't work through the platform that I've placed. So yeah, no, so here I'm realising that it's a really big space just to be a bar. So yeah. So here I've got the space, and in that corner there I'm just placing a bathroom. I was considering the diagonal walls, but in the end I think I went with straight walls either side, because originally I was going to chuck the bar there and have everything else and have the bar stuff in front of it. So yeah, no, so you can see me placing that there, and then we get the wall decoration from the new pack with the sort of bar looking backdrop, and then we have the bar placed in front of it, but it looks really off on a diagonal. As you can see here, it doesn't quite look like it's aligned properly. So in the end I put it on the back wall because I wanted to see whether I could put these either side of it, and for some reason the countertops are a different shade in the same colour, which is a bit strange. But yeah, so I move it across to the... so I delete that room there because I wasn't sure what I was going to put in there anyway. But then I put the so I decided I wanted that dance floor in the middle at some point. So then I get the bar put in the middle, and here I'm just trying to organise it, so I'm going through and making sure it's centred. Sorry. And then I'm placing the bar in front using the new bar stools. And then I realised that you need dining tables and chairs and a bathroom. So I'm just placing one bathroom there and then placing another one here, making sure that they're the same size. And yeah, no, I use... Sorry, I've got a frog in my throat at the moment. So I'm using the small lights in the bathrooms. Sorry, I think my recording's paused here. I don't know why. Okay, so yeah, I was probably just looking at reference images. So then I get out the flooring, and then I'm just deciding on colours, because I knew I wanted this one. I'm literally just now going through all the colours, and I went with that one in the end. So I've got all that, and then so then I decide I want a sunken sunken dance floor area. So now I'm just making sure it's the same height as the same length as the bar area, and then just moving it back a bit. And then I copy it and move it down. So yeah, so I wanted this sunken dance area, and then I just sink it down. It's down quite a few actually. So I just remove the centre bit and place the stairs from the new pack, and there is our little dance area. And I'm placing a dance floor in the middle of it. And I'm using these base game platform coverings because I think they look really good, and they sort of blend in with the wood tones, so it doesn't stick out too much that it is a platform. And I really like them because they really work and they don't stand out too much. So yeah, now I've placed the largest dance floor that we've got, and then now I'm going through and adding some of the lighting. So I wanted these lights here on the bar, and that's when I realised that it doesn't align perfectly because these are too wide. So I placed them there and there on the sides, move the bar back a bit, and then place it like that, going inwards. And then now I've decided that I need walls, so wallpaper, so I use them. And you'll notice that about now, I realised that there's nothing on the walls. So I wanted that and scaled up on the wall as like a business logo sort of thing. And then I realised, oh, we've no windows. So now I'm going around and adding windows. So I do use the horse wrench windows. I use not those ones. I'll tell you which ones it is in a minute. Them ones. And then I use the ones with the curve on top in the middle of each wall, sort of. Yeah, so like that. And it's like that on most of the walls. And then the walls that have the bathrooms, I use the small ones in the corners. So yeah, that's what I've done there, just to show that it's a bathroom. And then I chuck one in the middle on the... Yeah, so it's 3 on each side, just to like add a bit of windows into the bathroom. But obviously you don't want like giant windows into the bathroom, so that's why I use the small ones. And then I use these on the sides and just blend it in. And then I move the sign into the middle and don't place a window there. And then in here I decide, oh yeah, I need doors. So I use these doors from base game, the male and female ones, and now I'm just going around and deleting all my small lights as soon as I can find them, because they're really small and difficult to find. So yeah, I'm just going around deleting them all, and then I do the sort of party lights from base game, which I think are an unlockable item from the entertainment career, and we're using them and placing them on the floor going into the dance floor, sort of like show that it's a dance area. And then I do the bathrooms. So I put the small lights in there, sort of in the centre, and I use the and this is when I realised that I want ceiling, so I use the rafters ceiling from the new kit, because it looks like a ceiling. And now I'm adding like the flooring from Growing Together on the floor and on the walls. And then I'm getting the toilets from Discover University, and I'm using the graffitied ones because it's a public space and I feel like there's always graffiti in the toilets. So yeah, so I've just moved one of them into the walls slightly using the quad tile placement. They all still work that way, and I think that looks really good when you do it like that. Sorry, I've just realised that there's a big pile of trash on the sidewalk. I don't know why that's there. It's just in my game for some reason, and I have no idea why. So yeah, no, so I'm just placing the Parenthood sinks, and then I want to use the Vintage Glamour mirrors because they're the ones that go down when you're in cutaway mode, which is really good because you don't have to see the mirrors all the time, which is great. So here's where I'm just sorting the lighting out, and I'm realising that I need tables, and I realised that I've not done one of the bathrooms. And in the boys' bathroom, I don't actually put mirrors because I forgot. You can add them if you want to when you download it. It's sort of my own fault, really. I did want them, but I just completely forgot to add them. So yeah, I'm just about to add the... so I'm just about to add tables around the edge of the room, place lights down onto them. So I used the tall ones on there. So I placed 2 bins, which are the world bins, which is really good. So it sort of like matches the area. And when we get to the exterior, I place a lot of trees around the outside. Those trees I'm going to use in every build in this area. And this area, I've sort of decided, is going to be like the sort of the business district, if you will. So we'll have like a gym, It's obviously already got a bar. I'm thinking about adding a lounge and stuff like that. So yeah, so I added a jukebox into the dance area so that they've got music to dance to and they're not just dancing on a dance floor for no reason. And then I realised I need televisions, and I used the televisions from the basement pack. I was going to scale them up, but I didn't. I just raised them up and popped them on there. And I placed 2 of them, one on either side, just like that. So yeah, that's the little bit there. So I just saved my game, and here we are, just finishing off with tables and lights on either side of the room. I've just realised that I've left the sound running on the thing, so I'm going to have to turn that off. But yeah, no, so you can see the see that's the idea, and it's going to be on every table going round the room. So yeah, I think that's where I'm going to leave the bit of this video where I'm talking at you for a while. So yeah, this is my build. It will be available on the gallery for you to download. I think it is available now. So yeah, thank you for watching this second episode of Rebuilding Newcrest, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.